come in on the blacktop is very smooth. Any kind of trailer, if you're pulling a trailer, will be fine. This day was kind of wet. We were just out here trying to explore. There's a campsite there on the left. For a rainy and cold day, highs in the low 40s. There were a lot more campers out here than we expected to see. A lot of interesting, like that one. That's a 18 or 20 foot trailer with a pop-up mounted sideways. Interesting fact, this stays flowing year-round. There's an underwater aquifer that feeds the Blue River. Even in the biggest droughts, there has always been water here. This was one of the first open campsites we went through. As you can see, it's fairly large. It is a little ways away from the river, so you won't get that river noise if you're trying to be quiet, but really, who goes to the river to not listen to it? There are several of these little turnouts for access to the river for if you just come in to day fish, like this one here. It is all two-wheel drive. You should not need a four-wheel drive unless you have bald tires, and then it's not going to help you anyway. This area here is for two. As you can see, there's a big Mercedes there. We do swing back around and look at it. Pretty nice rig, nice campsite, fire pit right up there on top of the rocks. Another decent sized campsite. And there's turnouts on the left. You'll see them throughout. Like I say, if you're just coming down for daytime and doing some daytime fishing. Of course, a couple more campsites. They're just littered along the right side here. This one on your right is a back end. There's double back end. Access to the river is immediate. On the left there is a pit type toilet. There are several. You can see both sides of the road. We're getting to the end of it back here. There's so much camping along this side all the way down. There's on the right side there is handicap parking for people that want to fish. There were gentlemen fishing all along this low water crossing, easily traversed. Definitely a bump right there coming out. Definitely a very beautiful area. There are 3 right-hand turns when you come up here. Of course, there's some more pit toilets. You'll see there's multiple camping sites down along these areas. As long as you have your Oklahoma fishing and hunting license, you can camp for free. If you want to camp and don't have a fishing license, you have to buy a conservation pass. It's like $26 a year, allows you access to different places. This is the last campsite area on the north side of the river. There's somebody back there, somebody to the left, and then you'll see down here there's a big area. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the nicest ones right there. Of course, we backed out. We're not going down in there. We could have done a circle, but you'll see on the left there's two big rocks blocking that entrance. I'm assuming right there on your left, I'm assuming they don't want people up there tearing up the road. And we'll continue down this way, make a right up here, and we'll go down to the largest of the primitive camping areas. It's not really designed for RVs. I'm sure you could, if you wanted to drag your RV across that low water bridge, you could, but you'll see what I'm saying here in a minute. You could, back there on the right, get a couple vehicles in here. This is a very large pit toilets. I didn't, you can see we didn't spend a lot of time, but the whole corner there on the left, you could probably put 15 tents in there easy if you knew how to organize. This follows this section of the river where it branches off. This is kind of a peninsula, so to speak. The Blue River's on both sides, the primary being to the left or to the south of our location. We're back headed east, headed back towards that low water bridge. This is the area we passed before, another big place for RVs and day fishermen. I'm not sure what that campsite is. We're headed to Area 2, which is at the end of this road. Up here on the right there is another campsite right here, fairly big. I think there's 2 spots in there. As I was saying, the Department of Wildlife Conservation Fish Department had just put in fish on the Tuesday or Thursday. This is on the Saturday. A lot of people out here fishing, a lot more than I would have thought for February 6th, with highs in the low 40s. A lot of area back here for these. You can see the river off to the right. Those little falls are everywhere. Deep holes. I can see how this would be a great place for summer camping. Yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.